All right, so looking at some accessories for this XDS and 9mm here. So again, we are clear before even looking at stuff here. Don't worry about that. So we got the Crimson Trace Springfield XDS model, obviously. That's what we're talking about. It's the LL802. This is the Laser Guard Pro. Yep, Laser Guard Pro. Says it right there. Okay. So right off the bat, let's start talking about it. So we got red laser, white light. This does come in a green laser model as well. Packaging, I like Crimson Trace packaging. It's what I would call that Apple packaging. Again, it's minimal. It does exactly what it needs to do. Nice little box there. So as we get that open, inside we got our padded actual module. And then we have our batteries, we have our cleaning swabs, our adjustment, and our documentation back there. So looking at this unit, this is the front activation or the front strap activation. So that middle finger, when you unholster, automatically when you're gripping that pistol, it's going to turn on the light and the laser. So you can see that LED light in the center, and then right off the corner is the laser. So what I like about that, the laser is closer to the bore, okay? Some models, or when you see these larger tactical lights on guns like the Surefire X300, I don't remember the names, but where it's a bigger light, a lot of times they have the laser at the bottom, all the way down here. The further that laser, which is your point of aim, gets away from the barrel, the more offset it's going to be. So if from the factory these are sighted in for 50 feet, I think that's a little far for a defensive pistol. I really think it should just be sighted in at like room distance, but that's my opinion. Other people have different opinions. So if we have it sighted in at 50 feet, this dot, basically the bore and the dot are going to converge at 50 feet. So if we're off from 50 feet, that point of aim, point of impact is going to change. So essentially having that laser closer to the bore, and we'll put this together in just a moment, your point of aim, point of impact is going to be much closer consistently over distance. So that's a very good thing. So that's also what's kind of awesome about the Laser Max brand guide rod lasers for the Glocks and the Beretta M9. That is basically as close as you can get to that laser being in there, and also your top sights there. You can see how close your sights there to that guide rod would be. So this is the next best thing, getting that as close as we possibly can. So let's actually just put this together real quick so you can see how it is on there. Simple disassembly. We got two halves. We have the module within here. The battery would go in there. I'm not going to do that right now just in the interest of time. Clicks right onto that rail up front around the trigger guard, mates up with that heavy texturing of the grip, and then the other half, we just get that on there too. It's a little tricky sometimes to get that lined up in there, get it in there, just slides into place, and then you have your 3 screws again in the package there. So you can see what that is going to look like put together. So we increase the size of the pistol a little bit up front, pretty much double it. But again, we got a full size, well, not full size, but a big battery down there, and that light and laser right there. That activation right here. We have our off switch down here. You can see that's recessed in there, so that's nice. And then on the other side here, where your finger index is, this is the mode adjustment. So this is 4 modes. Light and laser, constant on. Laser only, constant on. Light only, constant on. And then light and laser, laser constant on, light in the strobe mode. So what I'm going to do is actually we're going to take a quick jump. I'm going to put the battery in here, and I'm going to go to a dark space so we can look at those 3 different modes. Okay? So after the cut, you'll see that light. All right. So we're down in the dark, dank basement. So you can see that dot right in the middle on that oil tank there. We got the light illuminating it. So constant on laser and light. You hold that mode button. Switches, laser only. Holding again, light only. One more time. Strobe, whoa, light and laser. and back to light and laser constant on. And we're back up into the light here. Let's just throw this back on the pistol really quick with the battery in it now. Okay, clicking in. There you go, lined up there. So again, there's the view of the pistol, that activation. Okay, right on that middle finger there. The mode button right there. Let's just kind of demonstrate that right now. You can't see the dot right now just because of the light. Now you can. Light only. Strobe, whoa! And back to both, constant. So again, that's the, we're looking at the Crimson Trace Lightguard Pro. So the model number, again, is LL802. So you can check that out. Make them for a couple other models right there. But this is pretty much the only option that's really integrated like this for the XDS model. Just kind of last thought, what I really like about Crimson Trace as well as Laser Max is how integrated they make their products. It's not this thing just hanging off there. It's smooth lines mating with the lines of the gun, okay? It just looks good. You know, aesthetics, they do matter. Function matters more, but if it's quality function is there, then you might as well make it look good too. So, yeah, pretty cool. We got a pretty sweet self-defense package put together right here now. Gonna be making a sweet holster for this as well. But, all right, so that's the end of that, really. Again, Crimson Trace Lightguard Pro for the Springfield Armory XDS in 9mm. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below or email me directly. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.